the Warriors exposed the biggest weakness of the Clippers.
The Clippers kind of want to play a slower pace. Warriors can get up and down. That could be the death of the Clippers.
Giannis was unstoppable against New York.
Giannis just absolutely in takeover mode here, still spinning.
And we witnessed two incredible comebacks in DC and OKC.
Maxey short. To get Caruso this time. You can count it from downtown.
5 games of hoops last night, and we got a start in San Francisco where the Warriors hosted the oldest team in the league, and they exposed their weak knees immediately.
The assist, and he's still scored at a high level. Step for 3. And involves Zubats. Got Kuminga. What a pass to Curry on the back door. This is another level for Kuminga. Percentages go way down. Quentin post again. He's blowing kisses. The crowd letting him hear it.
The Dubs came out with more energy, constantly moving up and down the court and in half-court sets as they were able to build a 15-point lead in the first quarter already. However, James Harden woke up near the end of it and started to heat up.
Here's Harden, the maestro, all the way to the rim. James Harden's been doing it for 17 years. Shot clock at 1. Harden knows it. Get into Horford, get a foul, and flip it in to beat the buzzer. Man, he is something else. And you've shown that this whole quarter. Harden attacking again.
Harden was a one-man wrecking crew for his team, and with 10 points in the last 4 minutes, closed the gap to just 5. But not for long.
Final 4 seconds. But Dunn knocked it away. Moody to Podziemski to end the quarter. Got the 3!
Brandon Podziemski nailed the corner 3 to beat the buzzer, and he transferred the momentum in the second period as well.
Chris Paul only behind Stockton and steals. Here's Podziemski! Blocked him at the rim! Oh, youth is served! That's all-out effort. Pods! Plays it off! It's an AirPod sequence!
Look at CP moving ever so slowly that I got a feeling that I could block his shot. Golden State ramped up the defense and got the lead up to double digits again.
Podziemski, easiest bucket of the night! AirPods is having a ball right now. The Warriors are launching threes tonight. Another re-steal. Kuminga saving. Curry to Buddy to lay it in!
But similar to before, the Clippers would make a push to come back. And boy, what a run that was.
Chris Dunn inside. They're trying to feed Zubats. He has hurt the Warriors in the last 3 years. And there's Derrick Jones floating in the 3. Chris Dunn, pretty nifty move on the baseline. It might be a little demoralizing if you end this half down after the first quarter you had is James Harden knocks that down.
LA went on a huge 24-6 run to take over the lead at the end of the second quarter. And now you would say, I guess they're not that old, huh? The only thing is, they ran out of gas completely in the second half.
13-point quarter in the second. Steph takes it to left to lay up and in. Now Harden floating it. Zubats couldn't quite grab it. Draymond does. Steph running with friends. Jimmy Butler right into your living room to dunk it down. Great defense by Draymond. Oh, man. Kuminga down the lane. The Clippers kind of want to play a slower pace. Warriors can get up and down.
The Warriors continued with their fast-paced style of play, making the Clippers look like they're giving up. And when you see Jimmy Butler knocking down a couple of threes on you, it's even more demoralizing for sure.
Butler 3. Jimmy, his second made 3 of the night. And you finish this quarter out strong. Jimmy Butler, he's reborn as a three-point shooter.
Matter of fact, Buckets is shooting a staggering 57% from downtown in 5 games so far. And Moses Moody hit his second 3 of the night right here to bump the lead to 13.
Shot clock rundown. Moody trail 3. In, out, attack first, and a 23-6 Warrior run.
They were walking through the Clippers' paint like it's for free use. They won the period 32-14, which eventually proved to be enough as they never looked back.
And does Harden come back in? Over Splash Mountain, Jimmy Butler puts it in. No whistle, and the Warriors headed the other way. Moody corner 3. Okay. If the youngsters can help out the Hall of Famers, that's when the Warriors can be at their best. Butler to Draymond. There you go. Spoon feed Draymond for the layup.
It was a 21-point beatdown at the end, with Butler leading the way for Golden State with just as many points on 75% efficiency. On the contrary, the Clippers shot an abysmal 36.5% as a team. Moving on to Milwaukee for the Eastern Showdown between the Bucks and my Knicks, and I got excited at the start.
Clock at 5. All NBA and all NBA. Brunson takes Giannis and the angle again. Shamet runs with Brunson. Beautiful bounce pass. Good patience. And the finish.
Giannis doesn't have many lanes to attack. They're settling just a little bit.
Brunson's so comfortable and smooth.
Brunson was cooking early, scoring 11 of New York's 16 points, and they got up by 8. But then, in just 5 quick steps, Giannis and the Bucks got right back into the game.
That's a frightening sight right there when Giannis is attacking you one-on-one.
To gain control.
Here it is. 1,
Gain
2,
control.
3, 4, 5. He switched sports. He went to soccer.
How do you stop this? It's easy actually, you just blow the whistle.
Now, I didn't say that wasn't. I'm just saying that's what it is. And that's what it is.
Anyway, after a tight first quarter, the Knicks erupted in the second period.
Bridges on the pitch. Anunoby knocks down 3.
Why is that so wide open? Bridges gets 2 feet in the paint, collapse the defense.
To Shamet for 3. In the starting lineup tonight, Landry Shamet. Brunson has it for New York. Attacking right at Green. Good corner 5 and Hart hits the 3. Josh Hart.
New York had a scorching hot quarter with 45 points on 80% efficiency. That's the most they scored in a single period in 7 years. But the lead wasn't proportional to the span they just had because Milwaukee weren't too shabby either.
Giannis, pretty good with that.
The force, the quick twitch, that's when Giannis is at his best.
Good help defense and recovery by the Knicks. Antetokounmpo finishes inside. There have been some high-scoring games on this first week of the season, including Giannis.
Antetokounmpo was just too strong for whoever stood in front of him. And in the third quarter, he emphasized that even more.
Look at that attack from Giannis. Oh, goodness.
Nerf hoop. He dunked that like a Nerf hoop.
This season. Branches. Giannis says no. Back the other way, Trent. Giannis inside.
Uh-oh, here we go. Giannis turns to the crowd yelling, "This is my city," after the amazing defense turning into an offense sequence. And when he gets into that kind of a groove, watch out.
Stops 21 possessions. Giannis just absolutely in takeover mode here. Still spinning. It's not coming easily. Giannis, freight train coming. There's no stopping that.
The Greek Freak put his team on his back and single-handedly turned the game over. When he was doubled or even triple-teamed, he knew how to find the right man on the spot. However, the Knicks weren't gonna surrender that easy, as they made sure to return the blow at the start of the fourth.
The season opener out of the corner. Bridges hits the 3, makes it a 2-point game. Closing in on a career high, Rich. He's got 21. Baseline Brunson. He's back. He's going to settle in.
You can't do anything about it. It's the Knicks show a crowded paint right there on defense.
Bridges started it. Bridges finished it, and a foul. His hands got that turnover rolling. He cashed it in.
The Knicks used the minutes Giannis was on the bench to retake the lead, but once he returned, nobody could stop him.
Guarded by Giannis. Brunson, who fell down awkwardly, may have hurt himself. Giannis on the other end. Flashing in there. And another turnover forced by Rollins. It's 3-on-1. Giannis. From the elbow, Giannis. Step back. Somewhere Dirk smiles.
With Antetokounmpo back in the lineup, the Bucks quickly racked up an 8-0 run, keeping the Knicks scoreless for 4 minutes straight. And I gotta mention Ryan Rollins here, who helped Giannis offensively with 25 points on 8 of 11 shooting. And then, the exclamation point.
Giannis pushed it out one more. Trent got them all!
Yeah.
Good call. Right at
37 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 blocks on 73% efficiency, and all of that in just 33 minutes of action. Those are some video game numbers. He's on another level this season and a clear frontrunner for the MVP so far. And Tyrese Maxey is leading the league in scoring, by the way, but his team's perfect record got in danger last night against the Wizards as they faced a 17-point deficit early in the fourth quarter. But Maxey, along with Quentin Grimes, stepped on the gas pedal and started mounting a comeback.
Yeah, go to. Grimes gets the roll.
Okay.
Sixers continuing to fight on. Give and go, perfection from Embiid to Tyrese Maxey.
Having Joel Embiid out there on the court as a decoy, even at 50%, is still a big advantage.
Another great look from Embiid, this time to Grimes. Scoop, there it is.
And although Philly narrowed the gap to 9 points, the Wizards were still pretty much in control in the clutch.
Smart will take as much of the 24 as they can, and they do. They take 23.
And they do.
Chris Middleton puts the Wizards up by 10 with 2.5 minutes to go. However, Maxey and Grimes would erase that in a split second.
Quentin Grimes for three. Maxey with 5. Long mid-range, and it goes for Tyrese Maxey. Grimes rises and hits. We're tied at 126.
Grimes with 12 of his 23 points in the fourth quarter ties the game for the Sixers. And then we got pure chaos at the end.
McCollum, downhill, scooped, blocked by Bona. But it's going to be a goaltend. Going to be a goaltend.
Adam Bona blocked CJ's shot, but they called it a goaltending at first. And after the review, it was overturned, so we got a jump ball for the last possession.
And Sarr got to it first, and then McCollum picks it up. Chris Middleton, the NBA champion with Milwaukee. Middleton to win the game.
Ooh, Chris would have switched that a couple of years ago, but now we go to overtime. And after coming back from minus 17, the 76ers weren't going to be denied.
Somehow sneaks it up and in on the reverse. Tyrese Maxey, downhill, Maxey with the rim rocker. Sixers within 1.
Last 90 seconds or so, and I'm okay with it.
Maxey off the Bona screen. Maxey short. Bona! The Sixers lead!
And while leading by 4 points, Keyshawn George nailed a 3 to prolong the drama with 8 seconds left.
It's no fouls. George hits the 3. And it comes to Tyrese Maxey, who's immediately fouled.
But Maxey and Grimes stayed cool on the line to put a stamp on the 4th win in just as many games this season. Tyrese is averaging 37.5 points and 8.3 assists per game. He joined Westbrook as the only players ever to put up 150 plus points and 30 plus assists in the first 4 games. And speaking of Russ, he had a solid game against his former team.
And Westbrook from the outside. Well, Russell Westbrook feeling it here in the early going. Westbrook trying to drive on the rookie. Ball moving back up top. Monk behind the back pass. Nicely done as Westbrook waiting right there for the layup. Eubanks. And that 3 by Westbrook.
16 points for Brody on 4 of 8 from downtown. He's shooting 50% for Sacramento in 4 games so far. That's unheard of. And the Kings actually had a 7-point lead in the middle of the 4th quarter. But there was a feeling in the arena that the reigning champs could go off at any given moment.
Teams trade offensive fouls.
Shea pulls up just short of Sabonis. Somebody's going to have to shoot it here. Mitchell's got it. Got behind the defense, left hand, beats the shot clock and scores. So again, the Thunder can get closer, down by 3. Shea, head down, drives in, scoops it up and in.
You can gain the advantage right now.
Dort looking for the lead, and he gives the Thunder the lead.
Lu Dort drains the 3 to take over the lead and the crowd erupts. OKC went on an 11-0 run, keeping the Kings without a bucket for a span of 5 minutes. So is this the dagger by Caruso?
Wiggins on the drive, the kick, Caruso this time. You can count it from downtown.
Domantas Sabonis says not so fast as he lays it up and in to cut the deficit to 3 points. But then, madness in the building.
Not this time. The step back 3 and SGA adds another one from deep.
The MVP shuts down the curtains on another impeccable performance of 31 points, 9 boards, 4 assists and 3 blocks on 54% from the field and just 2 free throws, mind you. On the contrary, Austin Reeves needed 22 shots from the charity stripe on his way to a career-high 51 points against the Kings. If you haven't watched it, I documented exactly how the refs helped the Lakers right here in this video, so check it out and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.